Hi everyone, welcome back. 5 most used beauty products again. Last month, which was May obviously, if you remember, I filmed it at my mum's house and I was doing a quick overnight stay. And so I sort of had to tailor make the video to the things that I had brought with me. So there were a few makeup things that I would have included that I didn't include because I didn't have them, and they're in today's video. But in terms of skincare, if you want a recap, you can refer back to that video. However, this month I have been working with gorgeous Nordic skincare brand Lumine, and I've been trying out their Nordic Hydra range. So I've been using that loads and loads, testing something different, at least something from the range on a daily basis. So I thought that I would include the thing that I've used the most, and that is the Hydration Recovery Gel Mask. Now look at this. Look at the wobble. I am really into these very fresh jelly masks when it goes into the summer months. I am no stranger to slathering my face with very lardy, buttery, rich moisturisers. However, it's not always what my skin wants. Sometimes my skin just feels thirsty. It doesn't feel dry as such. It just needs hydration. And that is what this particular range, the Nordic Hydra range, is all about. Just getting a really intense hit of hydration, a moisture boost. And so I've been using this mask a lot, but not in the way that you would probably traditionally think that you would use a mask. So you can use this in 2 different ways. First of all, you can do a thick layer over the skin, leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes and take off. That's your sort of normal way of using a mask, I suppose, isn't it? It's like a treat. So this is like a moisture hit treat. However, what I prefer to do, and this is what I've been doing most, as I say, is a thin layer of it over the top of all my other skincare. So I do cleanse, acid tone if I'm doing that, retinol if I'm doing that, or serum moisturiser, and then thin layer of this mask over the top, and it's almost like a gel sealant for everything else. So that works really well for me. It's not something that I would have thought of really doing before, I suppose, but just trapping that moisture in, it's almost like laminating my face, just for that few seconds extra effort. I've really liked it. And Lumine have done a video that goes with this range, the Nordic Hydra range, and it's really beautifully done. It's got, you know, that kind of music that makes you want to cry. And it's all about the key ingredients in the range. So there's the Finnish Arctic spring water, which in the video they're like, untouched by man, untouched by pollution, and it's all really dramatic, but it actually made me think, oh my God, I want to drink this stuff, never mind put it on my face. Probably can get it, can't you? Can you get Finnish Arctic spring water? Answers on a postcard. And the other is organic birch sap. Well, the video tells you all about it, but I did a bit of Googling on birch sap because I hadn't really heard of it before. And loads of these websites came up raving, and newspaper articles raving about the benefits of birch sap. And I had absolutely no idea, like full of minerals and amino acids and things that sort of hydrate, and it was quite interesting. So give that video a watch, I'll link to it below. If you want to check out the range, it's on Feel Unique, and all of this month, 1st to the 30th of June, they have got 20% off. So I'll put all the details below so you can go and click and have a look. Now, makeup stuff that I missed off last month. First of all, the infallible long wear shaping stick foundation. Messed that one up, didn't I? And this is from L'Oreal, and I've been using this, I'm almost out actually. I've been using this for months and months and months. I don't know whether you've used a foundation stick before, but lots of the high-end ones tend to be really oily and they slip on me, especially around the T-zone and on the nose, which is pretty much where I need the foundation in the first place because you tend to do the centre of your face. However, there's one by Barry M that is almost matte in its effects, just FYI if you want to try that out. I find it a little bit harder to blend, and that one, the effect of it is quite flat on my skin, and I think as I've got older I need a little bit more dewiness and luminosity. Some really high-end matte foundations are amazing because they've got pigments in that sort of reflect the light, and they're matte but they're glowing, if that makes any sense. Sounds confusing, but you know what I mean if you look back through my foundation reviews. So this L'Oreal one I find a lot easier to blend than the Barry M, but not as oily as something like the Bobbi Brown foundation stick. And what I really like about it, I would say it's light medium coverage. I'm not sure what they say it is online, but you know, if I put it over a blemish, you can still see the blemish. It just takes the edge off. But what I like about it is that because it's in a stick, I tend to draw it on in whiskers and then blend it out. But I don't put it all the way to the edge of my face. So rather than getting a kind of mask effect, you know, like all over foundation, which can look quite heavy and done, I tend to get a sheerer, more natural effect with it. And I mean, you'd get that with any stick foundation because it's just the way that I use it. But I just like the texture of this one. And the shade, which I think is, 140 is the one that I use, is just perfect for my my skin tone. So I've been using that loads and loads and loads. I really like it. And I'm going to do a review for my website. If that's up already, in fact, I shall link to it below for you. Something that is on my website already is the Kiko Standout Volume Buildable Mascara. And it's under a tenner and I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's one of the best mascaras I've used. It's got this annoying wand. I say it's annoying, but this is probably part of the reason that it works. It sort of dips in and out. It's got a waist on it. I've done a very not detailed review, but I've done a review with before and afters and all sorts of things on my website. So again, link will be below. But it just is very, very buildable. It's volumizing, but you can layer it up and it doesn't clump, it doesn't flake. I think that it's really good. Lots of even very expensive mascaras on me. If you do your one coat and it's very waxy and very sort of, ooh, if it's done it, it's volumized. But if you're not quick getting in another coat for that really built up amazing effect, then it just sort of sticks everything together. It's so frustrating and you almost have to take it all off and start again. Don't have that problem with this. Really like it. Wand is pretty short, so I find that you get really good control. Just think it's really good. So again, I'll link to that below. I'll link to my website page and I'll link to Kiko as well so that you can see it online. Okay, this one's quite boring. And this is the saline solution from Metamorphosis. However, I have been using this twice a day, if not more. And so I thought, well, I have to include it because it's probably my most used product of the month. I got my ears re-pierced about, oh God, it must be like 8 weeks ago or something. If you follow me on Instagram, I think that I posted about it. So you could probably tell. But they gave me this. The piercers gave me this to spray on my ears and clean around the holes twice a day. I did actually have my ears pierced before when I was about 14, but they really messed it up. So that's like 13 years ago. No, 23 years ago. Oh, kill me now. And they really messed it up. So I've never really been able to wear earrings properly without it being really painful. And the other month when I was in town, I thought, you know what, enough's enough. I'm going to go and get them done. And so I did. I'd been meaning to do it years ago, but I got pregnant with Angelica. And then I was breastfeeding. Then I got pregnant with Ted. They overlapped. Then I was breastfeeding him. And you can't get piercings or tattoos if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. So I had to wait. And wait I did, and Metamorphosis is in the bottom of Topshop at Oxford Street, and it was recommended by loads of people. And they had some really awful, sort of ugly steel earrings that you could put in. And then I got right to the back of the book of earrings you could choose, and they had ones that were slightly sparkly, and I was like, those are going to have to do. Interestingly enough, I have some earrings from Tiffany that I got as an anniversary present years ago, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. Hopefully he's not watching, Mr. AMR. They look almost identical. I can't actually tell the difference between these, which were 30 quid or 60 quid, and the Tiffany's ones. You probably can if the light hits them and they go all sparkly, but it's a little budgetary tip for you there if you fancy some Tiffany earrings but can't stretch to those. Yes, moving on. Okay, so hair thing, one of the best hair things that I've used in a long, long time. This is the Pop and Lock High Gloss Shellac from Colour Wow. You can use this, again, one of two ways. It's so adaptable. You can either apply evenly to wet hair and style as usual, which gives the most insane amount of shine to your hair. It's almost like it sort of seals it in, like shellac, you know, like it glosses it. But I very, very rarely blow dry my hair. It's only just getting back to the length where it sort of looks, it's long enough to blow dry. It looks better when it's just rough and ready. However, on that note, if you're doing rough and ready but you don't want flyaways at the end, couple of pumps of this and you get a really nice sort of shine, But if you've got longer hair and you like to blow dry it all the time but you can never get that really salon finish, smooth, you know, like mirrored finish on it, that's the one you need. I love Colour Wow. I think they're brilliant. They've got so many good products. Their shampoo and conditioner are amazing. What else do I use that's really good from there? That Pop and Lock is really good. The 1 Minute Transformation Cream, which also, it sort of does, actually that's probably better for my length hair, to be honest, but that's just new to me, so I've been using it more because I like to just give stuff a really, really good try before I write about it or include it in anything. And the Transformation Cream is more of a hair moisturiser, so if you don't want that ultra shiny look, you just want to tame flyaways or just make it look less dry, that's the one that you need. I'll link to both of them below so that you can see what I'm on about, because I'm waffling now, aren't I, like a lunatic. By the way, I am in the room that shall become my sort of studio for shooting in. I've got an office upstairs. It sounds very decadent to have 2 rooms to do my work in, but one of the reasons that we sort of moved and went for more space is because I work from home almost completely, and I just need loads of space to faff around in. So I need a space to work and really concentrate when I'm doing writing stuff, and that place has all my bottles in and beauty products and storage and paperwork and stuff like that. And then just a clear space that's clean and doesn't have crap everywhere to do my filming in. So this is going to become a sort of studio. The reason it's so echoey is that there's absolutely no furniture in it. There's a bed, but it's like a sort of futon-y thing, which doesn't really do much in terms of acoustics. What can I do, actually, to make it less echoey? Do I need curtains everywhere? That'll do it, won't it? Is it just because it's high ceilings? If anyone is a sound engineer and can help me out with this, let me know. I don't want to have to cover the walls in egg boxes, which was one of the solutions that I found when I Googled. So let me know if you have any ideas. All the information on everything that I've talked about is below, links below, and the beautiful Lumine brand. And make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.